Watch Dogs, everybody. Watch the dog. God, that doesn't make any sense. Are you recording? You are? Okay.
Anyway, guys, Watch Dogs, Legions. We played it. Watch Dogs Legion. We played it. Legion, singular. And we played it. We played it for about 3 and a bit hours. We went to Ubisoft. That was the same day we played Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
It was a long day.
It was a long day.
Hard day of playing games, guys. Jesus, 6 hours of games.
Problems.
Can't do it anymore.
It's just tough, man. I can't wait to get out of this rat race.
And we did play it at E3. Okay, so we have got our hands on it June last year. So look, it's been a little bit of time for they've been able to work on it a lot more.
It's changed a lot.
I was already happy with what they were doing last year, let alone what they're doing with it now. So let's do the drop and then let's get into it. Watch Dogs. So, Ralph, what did you think? What did you think?
Okay, listen, let me tell you this. Okay, I have never really properly played the previous 2 Watch Dogs, okay? Number 1, I just missed for whatever reason. I don't even know why. Number 2, I just had no interest in. I looked at the style of it and I'm like, nah, kind of like GTA, but like more punky and more whatever. Not my thing.
Casual gamer.
Very casual gamer. So I was like, whatever. Watch Dogs 3, I'm like, all right, I'll check it out. I've actually been quite impressed by this game. I would say that my highest level thoughts are, this is pretty marvelous from a design perspective. The sheer number of game systems in this package is pretty astounding. I'm not sure that I'm gonna love it and it's gonna be the funnest game I've ever played, but I definitely want to play it because I'm just like, wow,
100%.
That's incredible. How did you do all of this? Do you know what I mean? That's how I would sum it up at the top.
We played it for 3 hours, and I just was blown away by every single area. You just were like, that's a new mechanic. This is a new system. This is a new puzzle system. The amount of different people and the amount of different, even spider robots you can actually control. The animations, it felt so smooth. I was just like, my God, this just looks like so much care and effort has been put in to the little things. There's a dartboard game, there's drinking, there's all these little extra things that they've done. Almost to the level, I would say, of GTA. You know,
no, absolutely that level. For sure.
This is like British GTA.
Yeah, it's pretty funny how British it is as well. Like some of the characters are like, "Blimey, governor!" So,
where'd you get your license from?
Okay, I think we should probably explain the fundamentals. So, yes, this has that whole GTA thing going on in terms of it's a big open world that you can explore and pull up, hijack cars and run from police, etc. But what's interesting about it is that you can actually recruit anyone you see and make them part of your unit, the DedSec unit. So you walk up to someone, and it's a random punter, right? That's a British term for just a random bloke.
And Aussie. It's an Aussie term too.
Yeah, but we kind of borrowed it. Yeah. Anyway, so you walk up to anyone, scan them, find out what their skill set is. And they're going to have certain traits or skills that might be useful. So for example, they might do more weapon damage, or they might reduce the time that you are arrested for, because you can get arrested and that knocks out part of your squad for a while. There's going to be all those sorts of stats, okay? You can recruit that person by doing quests for them. And, they'll say, oh, I'd love to join you, but I've got a checkered past or whatever. And you might have to go to some police station and delete the record of their criminal record. And then they'll join you on DedSec and you've got access to them. Anytime you're playing, you can switch to that character and it just immediately starts playing as them.
What's interesting, from what I saw, is sometimes they're unavailable. Which is kind of cool, they're living their own lives.
Everyone has a schedule in this game. Everyone you walk up to, when you see their stats, it also says they're drinking with their buddy Phil from 11 o'clock to 3 a.m. 6 days a week. And you're like, whoa, dude, you got a problem. Phil, you need to talk to someone. And each of the characters, or a lot of them actually have access to sort of specific tools and gadgets.
Yeah.
So you can recruit the spy, for example, and they have access to this awesome Aston Martin style car that fires rockets.
Yes.
And you can recruit the construction worker.
That was pretty cool.
And you can summon a drone that lands on the ground and you hop on this drone and you can fly across London with it.
Like Green Goblin kind of thing.
Totally.
It's incredible, actually. I mean, it's one thing to have a character that has its own personality, but then you have to go and get the same types of guns. It's more than that. It's almost like a class system.
It's
where,
very much that. Yeah.
Each person is going to assist in the mission in any given way.
Yeah.
You can even get recruit barristers that can help when some of your party goes into jail and all this kind of stuff.
And it gets them out of jail faster.
Yeah.
But again, so many layers. Like for example, you might have a mission in a construction site. You're like, cool. I'm going to take the construction worker. Why is that? Because when you're a construction worker walking around, the security guards don't really pay close attention to you. But they do pay some attention, and when you get really close to them, they start being like, who's that? You can then just like hack their phone as you're walking past them, and then they're like, just as they're about to eye you, they're like, oh, what? My phone's ringing. And then once they're like looking at their phone, you can just knock them out, and then you can like hide their body on the ground. Then it's just
that's crazy. That camo thing.
That camo thing on the ground is very cool, you know.
And recently we've seen Cyberpunk's hacking. You know, hacking cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
This just feels like it's so much better.
Version.
It's faster. It just seems like it's more applicable to all situations. You know, the hacking just begins with only the camera, let alone the drones and the phone and everything that you can hack. I mean, it just feels like it's such a great way that they've implemented technology into this game.
I was just so impressed by the number of options available. So, you know, I had one mission where I had to go somewhere and access some data server, okay? And I could either, you know, walk in the front door and kind of stealth my way in, or I chose to land on the roof, and I then went in through a vent. I snuck in, took out a guard. I then had to unlock a door. To be able to do that, I had to trace where the door like alarm is. I had to sneak down there, disable that alarm physically, come back up, open the door, like hack the thing. Then once I hacked it, you know, all these guards started coming in. I had to like hold down. The shooting, by the way, pretty solid. Like
the punching is some of the best punching I've felt outside of a boxing game.
The melee is very, very good in terms of feedback and animation. It feels
like in this high-pitched noise when you're like hitting. It's so good.
Feels nice.
It does. I mean, number one, I'm surprised they even invited us because what we said about Breakpoint, number one. But like number two, I am so blown away by how good this is actually shaping up to be. And it is good to have something nice to say about Yui, that's for sure.
No, I agree with that. But here's the thing, right? I mean, I was so impressed with this game. I really was. Like, just in terms of from a design, even simple things, right? There are so many characters. They all have their different voices. Because you are bringing a character any potential character to a cutscene, that means they would have needed to record all of those voice lines for those cutscenes, just in case you bring that character. That's how much work has gone into this game in the background, and it's as I said, it's very awe-inspiring to see just the sheer number of game systems on display. Having said that, I don't know that this is going to be really fun for a long time. Like, I don't know that yet. And I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying I don't know. Can I see myself playing like 30 plus hours of this and enjoying every second of it? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I find there's just too many systems and it's a bit too finicky to do things. And I'm like, I kind of prefer the simplicity of GTA where it's just like, drive the car, shoot the gun, hey, we're done, you know?
Well, having said that, I feel like GTA's definitely up their game. Every single installment in, you know, little novelty games,
of course,
novelty things. And
I'm not talking about novelty though, I'm talking about core game systems. Like, just to get into a building, the number of things that you need to click on and do, and like hack this door, hack that camera, go there, go that place, take out, you know what I mean? There's a lot, you know?
I think that there is a big chance that it will wear off and you're like, oh my god, I just want to get through this goddamn door. Having said that, if it continues to be interesting the way that you've got to solve puzzles, I saw some of the complexity of the puzzles when I was this spider bot. You have to like rig certain wires so they all line up in terms of giving power. Then you have a timer at the very end to like make all the wires line up in this particular spot so you can unlock something. It feels like there's a bit of complexity there, and it feels like if they continue on that trajectory, I would be probably still interested. Having said that, I do understand where you're coming from. When you have so many things thrown at you in a game, maybe it's A, overwhelming, or B, you never fully want to grasp it because there's just too much there.
Yeah.
Well, and again, I was just going to say, quick before we move on, we kind of started playing in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
So I'm open to the idea of maybe they're just going to drip feed me this stuff at the beginning, and it's all going to make a lot of sense as it's naturally given to me.
Yeah, and it wasn't about it not making sense, by the way. Like, I got it. Every system made sense to me. It all worked, and I was consistently really impressed by what they showed me.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of like, you know, I don't know, I don't know if it's going to be really fun to engage in that gameplay sort of framework for really long periods of time. Again, I know this is a really ambiguous message. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying I don't know that it will be, you know, because we need to play, 10 plus hours of it and see how it shakes out. However, I'm very excited to actually play this game and unpack it because, as I said, This is a really impressive package. You know, I'm from a game design perspective.
Sorry.
What?
6-year-old me. I'm like, it's a really impressive package. Nice.
So,
no, but it is. You're right. Like ultimately,
it is, man. It just is.
I just think that this is going to be, from what we've played, 3 hours or whatever.
Sure.
I don't see this to be not received really well. I hope microtransaction-wise, it's not some.
I did see a thing where you could unlock clothing, but
that was actually
that was all for
in-game.
free. I think I wasn't sure if they're also going to charge for that. I wasn't sure if you could buy additional currency.
You're right. I don't know if you could.
Yeah.
It looked like, from what I saw, because I had a look in this shop in that little meeting area, it looked like it was all in-game currency that you get from walking around, but I don't know.
Sure.
Hopefully they actually get that right in terms of monetization, given the actual scope of this game and how much work. I understand that there may be, maybe DLCs and stuff. I want them to make more money off this. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know how they do it in a fair way, monetization-wise.
Just sell DLC packs.
DLC packs, fine.
That's it. As with content, that's good.
Yeah, sure.
Just do what CD Projekt Red do, and everyone's fine. Everyone's
Exactly.
happy.
Exactly.
Did you
40-hour
see
DLCs.
40-hour DLCs for $15.
Exactly.
Guys, that's Assassin's Creed. That's Watch Dog Legion. It's out at the end of the year. Release date unknown at this point, but it'll probably be known soon.
Laymen out.
Laymen out.